Hello everyone. So the other day this well-wisher of mine asked me about my future plans after class 12. To which I confidently replied that I wish to study English Honours from DU. Assuming of course I make it to DU. But to my surprise, this person instantly laughed it off by saying that one of her nephews did the same thing a few years ago. And this person is now selling groceries in some corner shop. Shocking, isn't it? To be perfectly honest, the opinion of some random neighbor doesn't really matter to me. But consider this. What if I wasn't this confident? What if her opinion did actually matter to me? Would I still be so unaffected by her thoughtless comment? Or wouldn't her comment been enough to push me down the valley of self-doubt for the next couple of days, weeks, months? Who knows? Food for thought, right? So today I'll be speaking about mental health. I'm Adab Lakhanpal. I'm the head boy of my school. I'm the class 12 humanities student. So, mental health, perhaps the most often repeated phrase in recent times. Oh, before I begin, I won't be naming any statistics. Not because I don't intend to bore you, but numbers and I broke up 2 years ago over irrevocable differences, and there's no going back. So today I'm speaking from the heart. So, mental health is perhaps the most often repeated words in recent times, especially amongst us millennials. Mental health does not work in isolation. There is so much talk about mental health recently, especially student mental health, but I feel the focus is a bit off. I feel they talk a lot about how to deal with the factors of mental health and how to deal with the symptoms after your mental health is ruined. But what about the prevention? Mental health does not work in isolation. There are several factors, internal and external, and major stakeholders that are involved in mental health and its soundness. I think prevention is better than cure is a good way to deal with this. Anyway, moving on. So, I'll give you an example. There are many stress-inducing factors these days, but the one I find most relatable is the increasing academic pressure. Let me give an example of a friend of mine called Ajay. This is a pseudonym to protect his privacy. So Ajay was an avid football player, and I always had a creative bent of mind. But Ajay belonged to a family of IITians. So understandably, he had to abandon his game to go to IIT. His parents chose his subjects for him. Where was the room for poor football? So his grades also deteriorated, so did his game, and I haven't seen him smile in the last 6 years. So that is really a poor situation. I'm sure many of you will say that he could go for therapy or get help. But my question is, why put him here in the first place? Are the people who put him here in the first place absolved of any accountability at all? Are they? See, the thing is, the prevention should be there. The student shouldn't end up in this situation. I'm sure you all will agree with me. Mental health is a monster that we're dealing with. So is social media. And these are the things our parents didn't deal with. And sometimes they have difficulties understanding these things.